Hello everyone, welcome to Peach Unearthed Tarot. I'm here to do a daily reading for August 13th, 2020. So as I was getting into the energy, I turned on some music, and the song that I got was Teenagers by My Chemical Romance. So the first thing that stood out to me about that song was that the main lyric is teenagers scare the living shit out of me. And so it's some of you might be parents to teenagers, so you might be struggling with that a little bit. I just want to, say that just to try to remember what it was like to be a teenager. It's not easy. So you just got to have a little sympathy, And I know it's hard, but you can do it. And then also, so then I started listening more to the lyrics, because I guess I've never really sat down and listened to the lyrics of that song. But it's kind of like how it's when we're teenagers that the world really tries to make us feel bad about ourselves. And maybe it just happens naturally because teenagers just naturally, I think, feel bad about themselves because all the hormones and the peer pressure, and just it's really a confusing time. But also it's the time when the world kind of tells us that we need to have our shit together, and if we don't, then you're not really a good person, or you're not succeeding in life. And so that's kind of what I was getting with the message there. And then also another lyric in the song is another cog in the killing machine. So maybe some of your teenagers join the military and you're worried, or they're active in the military, because that's what, a cog in the killing machine, that's being in the service, right? But I also feel like it's just the workforce as well, because sometimes it can have a soul crushing type vibe to it, when you turn 18, you have to choose a career path, and you have to go to college, or you have to choose a trade, and if you don't have it all figured out, then you're screwed, and then you just go into the wheel. It's the hamster wheel. So that's kind of what I was getting. So maybe some of you are kind of dealing with those feelings about that's kind of how you lived your life as a teenager, and now you're an adult, and you're kind of looking back and regretting some of your decisions, and you're thinking about a change. I don't know. This is all just from one song, so maybe I should pull some cards. So today, and I forgot to mention, all people are welcome today at this reading. All that I ask is that if you're here, you come with good intentions for yourself and others. So today I am using the Crow Tarot as the, to get our message. So can I have 1 to 3 cards, please? And the reason I chose the Crow Tarot is because the song says another cog in the killing machine, or something about murder. What's the lyric about murder? Oh, it's another cog in the murder machine. That's what it is. So, and I chose murder, or this deck, because it's crows, and a group of crows is called a murder. The moon, yeah, there could be some confusion about something. And then the 10 of Swords is on the bottom. So it does feel like, with the 10 of Swords, it's people have stabbed you. And I don't mean literal people. It's just, I think there's things in your life that were told to you, because swords are also about communication, right? So there's things that have been told to you that over time have just totally killed your spirit. And you're confused, and you're hurt, and you don't know if you can ever, fly again. So there's something about a full moon here, because So there's a crow sitting here on this tree, and then there's obviously a crow in the moon. It's like the man in the moon, I guess. But I also feel like it's like you. It's this person. And I'm seeing this fish too. You can have Pisces in your chart. You know, I feel like this is kind of a theme with everything that happened this year, that a lot of us are really reflecting on our lives, and we're deciding if we want to continue living the way that we've been living for the past however many years. Since we were teenagers, right? Our whole adult lives are being kind of like there's a light being shown on them. And it's confusing. It's an emotional, confusing time to have to confront all of that stuff, because maybe you were happy, you were chugging along, it was like nothing, no big deal. And then all of a sudden you get called non-essential. And you're like, wait, why am I non-essential? You know, it's like something like that. You could have been a quote unquote essential employee, but you know, it's like there's still something that's being, there's a light shining on it. These full moons are very bright. There's a bird in a cage. Huh. You know what's funny is I'm kind of seeing like this 10 of swords with like those are the swords, even though there's not 10 of them, but actually if you count the bottom and the top, 1 2 3 4 6, so that's 12. But still, it's like those are the swords that have been keeping you trapped, keeping you down. So it's time to really start reflecting on it, because the full moon, you know, it's like reflecting the sun's light. Reflect. Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. I always mean to put it on do not disturb, and I forgot. Let me see if I, well, this is almost over, so okay, so that could be your energy right now. I kind of want to see, I just want to get like maybe a little bit of advice or something, because I don't want you to have to feel like that. I mean, it is in the reflection is also in the water here too. Reflect. Maybe that's your advice. You need to start reflecting on why you chose the path that you chose. You know, was it you? Was it your idea? Or was it other people telling you that you needed to go in this direction? Do you feel like just another cog in the murder machine? Or do you want to continue feeling like a cog in the murder machine? Just kills the dreams of those coming after you as well. Let's get one advice, please. Can I get one card for the collective? Okay, Ace of Swords on the bottom. So if you are thinking about this, there's clarity coming. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's just, so the Four of Swords is all about, you know, resting, reflecting, meditating, looking at your life. So it's very similar energy that I was getting before. And when you do that, you're going to get some form of clarity. And what I love is like this crow is actually like, you can't tell if it's in front of the sword or it's like part of the sword. Because it's translucent, like around the sword it's translucent. Actually, the whole crow's translucent because you can see the clouds there too. Huh, interesting. So it is, with it being a translucent crow like that, it makes me think that it's like you're communing with your guides, which is all about what the Four of Swords is about. It's communing with your guides. So I hope this was helpful and that you find some clarity in your situation. And I want to thank anyone that was present today. Any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you resonated with this, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you soon.